What is up, everybody? This is Jonathan here for the final race of the season for BRC Championship. Your Iowa Speedway 88 laps here in the mini stocks. Let's get to the leaders here. As yes, I got the other one back, so I'm using the more professional broadcast stuff here. As we get ready for 88 laps here, we're going to have a tight battle for the points between Kyle Cleveland and Kyle Carpenter. I believe going into this for the, I want to say overall points was 7 points, and oval was 2 points. I could have that reversed, but either way, very close battle for both of those point standings there. Clayton Cyrus looks like he's got his first pole, at least in this league. I'm not sure anywhere else he's got any other poles, but in this league is his first pole. Kyle Cleveland starts second, Mitchell Calvin third, Jonathan Onder fourth, and fifth is Kyle Carpenter. See the rest of the running order. 10 cars in this race, and ready for some fun action tonight. That will switch back over to 0 or 1 when we get to the green. It just does that. That's how this thing works. But here we go. Pace cars off. Green flag, we're racing. Side by side for the lead, as Kyle Cleveland's not going to allow Cyrus to try to get this first lap, though. He's inside, side by side off turn number 4. Who's going to lead this lap? It's going to be Kyle Cleveland. Will get his nose out ahead and lead this lap, but it's going to be side by side ones getting into turn number 4. Or skip to turn number 1, excuse me. Off to number 2 there. Still side by side for the lead. These cars can really draft. For small cars, you don't think they could draft that well, but they really draft down the straightaways. So this is why we're seeing kind of a pack racing as of right now. During practice, once you got into a long run, the car would start getting handling issues, and so you start seeing that that kind of issue there. But Cyrus will fall to second, as Kyle Cleveland will take the lead over. Got Jonathan Orndorff in third. You got Mitchell looking to the inside of Orndorff. Now Mitchell side by side with Blaine in 18. Carpenter looking to the inside of Blaine as well. Thought about making it 3 wide, but decides better of it. He'll jump back in line on the outside, as Mitchell is still trying to work that bottom. Still side by side with Blaine, but actually now Carpenter gets to the outside. Just try and get to that right rear quarter panel there, and he does. The top's definitely the preferred groove here once you get into a long run, so it's definitely hard to make passes on the bottom. You've got to have a really good car to make the bottom work. As Mitchell now falls back, he's falling back all the way to the 7th position, side by side with David there in the 25. Looks like he's going to lose that position there. As also Robert Bearder is looking to the outside of Mitchell. Move back up to there we go. Back up to the leaders there. Side by side for the lead. As Cyrus looks to try to take the lead back over. Into that inside, but here comes Orndorff to the outside. He'll get side by side with Cyrus for the second spot. As here comes the 77 of Kyle Carpenter. As almost contact between Cyrus and Orndorff there. Orndorff now looking to try to get that lead as Blaine makes it 3 wide on the bottom. Trying to make it work. Everyone has gotten single file once again, but here comes Cyrus to the bottom, trying to get past Orndorff again for that second position. You really have to have a strong car, or the guy that you're trying to pass is starting to have a weaker car, getting handling issues. But it is very hard to pass as Carpenter looks to try to help Cyrus by, but can't do it. Still side by side for that second position. As Cyrus will fall back to third. And here comes Carpenter to the inside, side by side with that position. And whoa, Cyrus just over the place there off turn number 4. Orndorff looking for the lead. He's to the bottom. Kyle Cleveland blocks into turn number 1. Side by side for third. Seeing how Carpenter's trying to get that bomb to work underneath Cyrus, but just can't do it. As Blaine's going to help push him past. At least try to anyways. Cyrus gets a little wide off turn 2. Allows Carpenter to still kind of stay even a little bit, but he'll charge through into 3, get ahead of Carpenter. Blaine now sticks to the outside of Carpenter, trying to get I won't say looking for the 4th position. Look at my time to scoring there for a second. And Blaine is going to go for 4th, but still side by side into turn number 3. We also got David in 25 starting to get into that battle. We're on lap number 18 of 88. That is the advertised distance. As we're kind of a little bit spread out here on lap number 19. Orndorff seems to have backed off of Kyle Cleveland, excuse me. Too many cows in here. As Blaine looks like he's almost got a run on Clayton Cyrus, but doesn't seem like he can get that run inside. He's going to look to the outside. Trying to get that momentum. So single file through the top, I want to say the top 5? 6? Top 6 there. While we're single file, let's go back to here with Robert Bearder, Mitchell, Calvin, and Nick Gould in the 14. These guys some little spotlight here. Or if things pick up in the front there again. Robert Bearder holding off these guys as Nick, who I would have thought would be up front, is mired back in 9th. Struggling in this race a little bit. Well, housekeeping kind of cleanup from the beginning. We do have to pit one time in this race. Get one set of tires. As Mitchell looks to the inside of Robert there, almost clears him, not quite. Side by side on the front straightaway. Trying to keep an eye on battles up front as well. Still side by side here in the back as looks like we had a change for position up front, as now the front is starting to get busy once again as I believe Blaine got passed by Carpenter, and Carpenter is now up to the 4th position. Oh, it looks like Orndorff's holding up the field here a little bit. Oh, almost contact there. As now Cyrus looks inside of Orndorff, side by side for 2nd. Goes side by side. Looks like he's got a better run off turn 2. He's going to slide up against his nose there and will clear Orndorff for that 2nd position. Here comes Kyle Carpenter for the 3rd position on Orndorff. He's going to do it with these. Actually, in fact, he's going to try to get 2nd, but here comes Orndorff back to the outside with that draft. Blaine's looking to go 3 wide. Thinks better of it. He'll stay right behind Carpenter going into turn number 1. Now Blaine side by side with Orndorff. Orndorff's fading back here. After starting 4th, he's going to fade back to the 5th position. Looks like still side by side with Blaine in that 18. Carpenter, oh, I don't know. I think he was thinking about getting that hole. Decided not to. But he will get around Orndorff and take that 3rd position from him, as Blaine will fall back into 5th. Blaine is looking to get past Orndorff there into turn number 4. As everything seems like it's settled out once again for the time being here. And of course, as I say that, trying to get back to Cyrus here. Cyrus is looking for that lead once again after starting on the pole. He'll go to the inside here. Almost there. Side by side off turn number 2 once again. Trying to get a little fancy with these camera works. Cyrus side by side with Kyle Cleveland for the lead, but here comes Carpenter on the outside. He'll get the run down the back straightaway. Trying to use the outside to pass Clayton Cyrus for the second position. As now Orndorff is starting to come back. He'll try to get to that third position again. Remember, Kyle Carpenter and Kyle Cleveland are in a points battle. To end this race, I'll show you the finishing points to this league and who won the oval and overall. As Orndorff now to the outside of Cyrus once again. Here goes Carpenter for the lead into turn number 3. And he will do it. Barely gets, I think, a little contact there, but he'll take the lead. And that is I think, the first lead change since Kyle Cleveland. Carpenter must have saved his tires, be able to make those charge down on the bottom and make the bottom work like it did. I'll figure out these buttons here. As we're 3 wide for third, almost. Contact with Cyrus and Orndorff there. Well, Orndorff will hold on. Actually, in fact, he will take over that third position. Great racing here at Iowa Speedway. Remember, we do have one pit stop. Field window was, I want to say, 52 laps, so we're getting close to the pit stops. About maybe 15 to go, roughly. Maybe a little less. As now Blaine in 18 is going to the outside. With the 05 of Clayton Cyrus, he'll maybe get it off turn number 4. Cyrus is still kind of there. Still side by side. Cyrus almost gets loose into Blaine, and but he saves it and doesn't cause a wreck there. Right now, everyone's single file. At this point, we don't see any major battles. Though Blaine is starting to catch and maybe potentially pass Orndorff for that third position. Orndorff allows the Blaine or any of the drivers out there to get underneath him on purpose, because the outside is kind of still the preferred groove. You can still hold someone tight and hard for them to unwind that wheel and just don't have momentum on the straightaway. So think that's why he purposely lets it happen, as Blaine this time follows him into turn 3 on the top side, knowing that's what he wanted, probably was going to do anyways. As the front two of Clayton Cyrus at contact from the 18 and the 20. Orndorff saves it. As Cyrus now gets inside of Blaine. As they almost made contact off turn number 4. We're about roughly 10 laps away from pit stops, or close to that, so we'll see here soon pit stops as battles for the third, fourth, and fifth positions, as Blaine drives in deep this time and makes it stick. It'll slide up on the nose of Orndorff, and we'll take that position over. Here comes Cyrus to take over the fourth position, as he will also try to go for third at the same time. Almost hits Blaine. Falls right in between Blaine and Orndorff, and will take over the fourth position. Oh, contact off turn number 4. Blaine gets in the wall. Here comes Cyrus, trying to get that third position. Right on his bumper. Trying to figure out. Not the one I wanted. I will figure these things out eventually. I'm using the keyboards still, because if I click on the app source, it drops the frames on iRacing to 30 frames per second. If anyone knows how to fix that. So when I'm clicking in and out, it sounds like to me it thinks I'm in Windows mode when I know I'm not. So I'm not sure why it's thinking that. If anyone's got any ideas why it's happening, all the settings, the Windows full screen, it's all turned off. So not sure, but if you can let me know why, I appreciate that for more races to come, so I can use that without the frames dropping on iRacing. But anyways, we're getting close to pit stops here as the front two are pulled away. Let's that one, that's what I want. Go back here quickly in the battles. In the back here, got Mitchell and got Nick Gould in the 14. You got Reno, as it looks like we got some pit stops already. Yes, we have the 4. Robert Beater and 25 David is in as well for service for the one and only pit stop. Left side tires. They're taking 4 tires. He's taking 4 tires and fuel. As we also got the 22 of Alex Reno pitting. So pit stops are underway here. And see if anything will change in the sense of positions. As we got these guys going around here. Let me get back to the leaders here. Leaders are still staying out. And we'll just see them here in the next couple of laps. Still staying out as of right now. I wonder if it's kind of falling off in this battle here with the top 3 or top 2 and top 3 there. Still not coming in, so at least one more lap, at least. Right now, David, Robert, and Alex are the ones that have already pitted because they're 2 laps out. And here comes Mitchell Calvin in to pit. So that we should see the leaders here anytime now. About to make that pit stop. Here comes there it is. Carpenter. We have Clayton Cyrus and Jonathan Orndorff coming into pit. The leaders stay out as of right now. See what their pit strategy is. They're going to go 2 tires, 4 tires. Need obviously just enough fuel. He's doing left sides. Wonder's doing left sides as well. Mitchell's out in the way again after his pit stop. Right now, it looks like they're just taking 2 left side tires, but they're going to take fuel. Here comes the 24th of Kyle Cleveland in, and they're off and away for fuel. Cyrus is gone. I wonder if it's gone as well. Let's try to find. He's taking 4 tires. Waiting for that fuel to get done. And he's off and away as Kyle Cleveland will be still the leader. Looks like he will barely be the leader once the pit cycle has gone through. Nick Gould is still out there. Let's see where he's at. He's coming in as well. Just do his service. So the pit cycle has been completed. And once everyone goes past Nick, everyone will be back on the lead lap. Let's go back up to the leaders here, as these two are the ones, remember, are battling for the overall championship and the oval championship. As Nick will actually come out in his third with that pit strategy, which really good strategy for him. I wonder if he took tires there, because that just took a splash of fuel. We'll stay on these front 2 guys here, as this practice is the battle for, again, the championship here. As Nick's now starting to fall off those 2. I don't think he took tires. These 2 are going to battle out for the end here. Question is, will we see a caution or not to bunch it all back up again? Or will this play out as it is right now? Well, Carpenter is starting to get a good run on the outside. Kyle Cleveland's leaving it out there. He's actually there side by side for the lead into turn number 3. Still side by side. Give that lap to Kyle Cleveland. But Carpenter's hanging tough on the outside there. Side by side again. Carpenter edges out a little bit into turn 3. Cleveland draws even in the turn. But can Carpenter get that run off the corner? Looks like it. He is clear. Carpenter to the lead. As we're getting close to the finish here. Kyle Cleveland's not done, though. He's looking to try to find a way to get past Carpenter. Carpenter can burn up his stuff, maybe, just maybe. As Nick Gould is getting passed by Cyrus and Orndorff. So something's happened to Nick. I get he could not have taken tires. 25 laps to go here. I love that it does that for me. So I don't have to count it. That's awesome. I like that. Kyle Cleveland ran the bumper of Carpenter. We'll take just a gander in the back here as Cyrus is behind almost 4 seconds. Going to be about 4 seconds behind Carpenter and Cleveland there, as well as Orndorff over 4 seconds. Nick has fallen off to the 5th position, as Blaine as well in the 18, who was running in the top 5 for the most part, is now in 6, but looks like he's going to be coming by the 14 here, as Nick's coming in again for another pit stop. Word on pit road is he did not put enough fuel in, so he was going to be short, so he has to come back in. So, unfortunately, he will not have a good finish to this race unless a caution comes out. Let's go back to the leaders here. Kyle Carpenter, Kyle Cleveland. With 21 laps to go. And Cleveland do anything to get by Carpenter once again. There's a lot of scenarios when it comes to the points, as we have 20 to go. Obviously, wherever you finish, that's the point you get. You also have, I believe, the fastest lap. You get a point for leading a lap and most laps. So, an old style NASCAR point system, as I think Kyle Cleveland scraped the wall. Trying to get a better, I'm assuming better arc going into 3. Scrapes the wall a little bit. No hard, no foul. 19 to go. Not sure who had the most laps. I'm assuming it was Kyle Cleveland who had the most laps. And then he had 1 lap as well. Carpenter did obviously get a point for leading a lap. But if Carpenter wins, that's going to help him in the position of just making up points in general on Cleveland. I think Kyle Cleveland was leading the points. I have to look at all this when of course, in post-editing stuff, you'll see all of it. Carpenter just seems like he's a little bit better. Looks like a little better in 3 and 4. We'll see in 1 and 2. Kyle Cleveland just a little bit better there. It's X of 2. So seems like Carpenter's better in 3 and 4. Cleveland's better in 1 and 2. Oh, dope. Kyle Cleveland did get a good run there in turn 4. Here comes the 24. Just got to find a better... You know, you got to use the bottom, obviously, because that's the only way you're really going to get by now. The top works, but you got to have some help on the straightaways. And since there's no one near either of these two, so... Because Cyrus and Orndorff are 4 seconds behind... Unfortunately, the only way I think Kyle Cleveland's going to win this, and somehow, some way, Carpenter opens up that bottom enough, and it'll probably just be a really much of a drag race for the last like 12 to 13 laps if that happens. But really, he's got to get better momentum. And so we got 13 laps to go. Before the season ends, we'll go through the field again. We got Cyrus and Orndorff here, 3rd and 4th. Trying to work. I was doing work together trying to catch those two, but I don't think that's going to happen. So eventually here, as Orndorff looks to try to get to the inside of Cyrus, but can't do it. Got Blaine here in the 18. Running 5th, back to the top 5. Ran really good all race long. Sitting in that 5th position. David in at 25 in 6th. Got Mitchell Calvin in the 78 in 7th. Got Nick, who's 1 lap down in 10th. Unfortunately, he had a pit because he didn't have enough fuel to make it. Robert Bearder in the 4 car running 8th. And got Alex Reno, who's about to get lapped by the leaders here, running in 9th. So here we come off to number 4. Carpenter still leads. 10 laps to go here at Iowa Speedway. They are approaching Alex Reno, so maybe this might give Kyle Cleveland a chance, maybe. To get past Carpenter here with a little lap car help. Alex is pretty good about being good reason, as he does go to the outside here and allows the front 2 go by him. Almost didn't quite get by, but it does. And it actually does. It hurts a little bit. Kyle Cleveland a little bit off too. Maybe with Alex being there a little bit might help him a draft to tone back up. As now Carpenter's waving back and forth on the straightaways trying to break that draft. 8 laps to go. Cleveland is trying to do everything he can to get to Carpenter, but I think it's just a little too late on this run to make a pass back, because remember Carpenter was, I think he was running, yes, he was running second. Kyle Cleveland did get back out after the pit stops, but Carpenter got a run on the outside and was able to get past Kyle Cleveland. So we'll see if he can do it. Just got to find, again, he gets into the wall. He's trying to arc so much to get a better entry. So when he gets to the apex, it will turn better. That's just my thought about it. I think that's what he's trying to do. As we get 5 laps to go in this season of the BRC Championship mini stocks. Now 4 laps to go. Kyle Cleveland has fallen off to about 3 tenths of a second of Carpenter. I think he's just going to run out of time here. I think finally the tires have worn out enough to where he can't make a charge there. No major battles going on for the rest of the field. Pretty much everyone's spread out evenly across the racetrack. Maybe Cleveland's just maybe cooling off his tires for one last shot. That's probably his only hope, is to cool him off. Try to go for one more time. Has come off turn number 4. 2 laps to go. Going to be a Kyle and Kyle show for the finish. Coming off turn number 4. White flag. 1 more lap to go. Who's going to win this race? Can Kyle Cleveland do anything? Close that gap in. Pretty much stable through turns 1 and 2. You have to make a really hard charging move into 3. But he's not going to be able to do it. Off the final turn, Kyle Carpenter is going to win at Iowa Speedway. And I believe he's going to have the championship in both of them, but I'll have to look at that in post race there. So, I'm going to do a little magic work here. As we stop here for a second, we'll see if I can bring up the final results here. There we go. This off. No, we don't. That's what we want. There we go. So Kyle Carpenter wins. Kyle Cleveland second. Clayton Cyrus in third. Jonathan Owen fifth. Blaine in fifth. Sixth, David. Seventh, Mitchell. Eighth, Robert. In ninth, Alex Reno. And 10th, Nick Gould. Rounds out your top 10 and your final results for the season. All right, as you see on the screen here, this is the points finish for the season for overall. Kyle Cleveland actually wins the championship by 2 points over Kyle Carpenter for overall. You have Nick finishing third, fourth, Mitchell Blaine fifth, Jonathan Orndorff in sixth position there, and Clayton Cyrus seventh, Robert eighth, Alex Reno 9th, 10th, and David, the rest of the guys who raced some of the races, didn't race all of them, and the rest of the points there. In your oval, Kyle Carpenter wins the oval side. Beater had a different styles. You had oval and road course. We only had 3 races for road courses this year, but we had 7 ovals. So Kyle Carpenter wins the oval side by 7 points over Kyle Cleveland. Nick is in third, fourth, and tied for fourth is Mitchell and Blaine. And 6 is Clayton Cyrus on John Thorne's 7th. 8th is Robert Beater. 9th, Alex Reno. And David in 10th. The rest of the guys there in the back of the field as well for Oval. Well, that is going to do it for this season of Beater Racing Championship. It's been a fun time doing this. I hope to do more of this next year and to have fun broadcasting and racing at the same time. And hope you enjoyed this. It was a great season. Fun having racing these mini stocks. Definitely a fun car. I didn't think they would be. I thought they kind of would be almost like the street stocks, just slower, but they were an enjoyable car to race. So hope to do it sometime down the road again. Not sure what we're going to be racing next year. Seems like we're aiming for the modifieds, NASCAR modified, wheel modified cars. So that's what seems like we're aiming for, but not 100% sure yet. But if that is the case, going to be fun to race those, obviously, as well. And can't wait for that for next year. But thanks so much for watching. And if you did enjoy this, make sure to hit that like button. If you're new to this channel and want to see more of these broadcast style races going into next year, consider subscribing. Thanks for watching, and hope to see you for the next one.